Tyler Mason had always loved solo traveling. On his recent trip to Chicago, he spent hours capturing cityscapes, food, and the occasional selfie. On a sunny afternoon at Grant Park, he decided to take a selfie with the iconic Buckingham Fountain. Behind him, the photo looked ordinary until he zoomed in later at his hotel room. In the glass building behind him, a strange reflection caught his eye. It wasn't just a window glare or a bird mid-flight. It was a man, mid-action, holding what looked like a weapon, standing over someone slumped on the floor. Tyler's stomach dropped. He enhanced the image, but the face was frustratingly blurred. From movement or window distortion, convinced he had unknowingly captured a crime, Tyler rushed to the nearest police station. The detectives were skeptical at first, until they zoomed in themselves. One muttered, "That's not an accident." The photo was time-stamped 3:47 p.m. No reports had come in yet. They sent officers to the building scene and the reflection. 30 minutes later, the call came. A woman's body had just been found in the same building, murdered around the exact time Tyler had clicked the photo. Detective Laura Briggs arrived at the crime scene on the 14th floor of the Marlowe Tower. The same building reflected in Tyler's selfie. The room had shattered glass, signs of a struggle, and one unmistakable truth: this was no accident. The victim was identified as Sandra Lane, a local investigative journalist known for exposing corporate fraud. The security cameras in the building disabled, entry logs wiped, but the strangest part was how the killer seemed to know exactly where to strike to avoid surveillance, except for one thing. They hadn't accounted for the reflection in Tyler's phone. Tyler, now rattled and anxious, sat at the station, constantly refreshing social media, unsure if he should post the image or not. His phone buzzed on. Unknown number texted, "Delete the photo, you weren't supposed to see that." He showed it to Briggs, who went pale. How did someone already know Tyler had that image? Digital forensics traced the message to a burner phone, likely discarded. But the killer wasn't just clever. They were watching. And somewhere in the city, someone was hunting Tyler, not for who he was, but for what he accidentally captured. Detective Briggs advised Tyler to stay off social media and avoid public places. But Tyler, curious and stubborn, couldn't help himself. He browsed Sandra Lane's latest articles and found one published just 2 days before her death, and exposed, titled "The Architects of Deceit." It hinted at a billion-dollar real estate scam involving forged property deeds and city officials. Sandra had promised a part 2, but now there would be no follow-up. As Tyler scrolled through her comments section, one reply stood out: "Some truths come with a price. Stop digging." The account was anonymous, no profile photo, and newly created. Meanwhile, the police scanned the Marlowe Tower for fingerprints or DNA, but found nothing usable. Whoever committed the murder had worn gloves, avoided cameras, and used an unregistered keycard, a professional. That night, Tyler uploaded the blurred reflection photo privately to a cloud folder just in case. Moments later, he noticed something chilling. The folder had been accessed remotely. He hadn't shared the link with anyone. Panicking, Tyler slammed his laptop shut. Across the street, a man in a hoodie stared up at his window. When Tyler blinked, the man was gone. The next morning, Tyler woke to find an envelope slid under his hotel room door. No name, no stamp, just a message written in black marker: "They clean up fast. Get out now." Inside was a flash drive, against better judgment. Tyler plugged it into a borrowed laptop at a nearby internet cafe. The drive contained 2 things: surveillance footage from a hidden camera in Sandra's apartment and a voice memo. The footage showed Sandra arguing with a man wearing gloves and a cap, though his face was never fully visible. His voice memo was clear: "I told you, Sandra, stop poking around in places you don't belong." Tyler forwarded everything to Detective Briggs, who went silent after hearing the voice. She recognized it. It belonged to Deputy Commissioner Alan Cross, a man with decades in law enforcement and spotless records. He had also spearheaded multiple real estate investigations in the past. But why would he kill Sandra? Before Briggs could act, Cross publicly announced that Tyler was interfering with an ongoing investigation and called him an internetchi ho. His photo was on the news within hours. Now, Tyler wasn't just a witness, he was being painted as a liar and the killer. Still watching, Tyler went under. He moved into a cheap hostel basement room under a fake name, trying to stay ahead of the smear campaign. His social media accounts were hacked, personal photos leaked, and a video was circulating online claiming he had doctored the selfie for attention. Detective Briggs, now acting in secret, warned Tyler that even inside the police department, lines were being blurred. Cross had allies everywhere. "He's cleaning house," she whispered over a burner phone. "Anyone who asks the wrong questions ends up reassigned or silent." Meanwhile, forensic analysts tried to clean the original selfie image. They enhanced the reflection, revealing a partial tattoo on the killer's wrist, something that looked like a spade symbol over a snake. Tyler remembered seeing that before in one of Sandra Lane's old blog entries. He dug through her archives and found it, a photo of a ring with the same symbol. The post was titled, "A Secret Society, Hidden in Plain Sight." She had been investigating a private network called The Coil, allegedly made up of elite businessmen, officials, And even law enforcement thought it wasn't just a murder anymore, it was a conspiracy, and Tyler had become their next target. Late that night, Tyler received an anonymous email. No subject, no message, just a video attachment, titled For Your Eyes. Only with shaky hands, he played it. It showed a dimly lit boardroom. 5 men sat around a table, faces partially obscured by shadows, but one voice stood out, Talon Cross. Lane knew too much. The next journalist sniffing around wheel, handled the same way, and the tourist. If he doesn't disappear quietly, he disappears permanently. Tyler forwarded the video to Briggs, who was now working off the books with only one trusted tech analyst. The analyst confirmed the video metadated was real and recorded the night before Sandra's murder. Briggs decided to confront an old mentor, retired officer James Rowe, someone she believed could be trusted. When shown the tattoo in video, Rowe's face darkened. The coil isn't new, he said quietly. It's older than you think. They don't just kill people, they erase them. Rowe handed her an old case file from 1997. 3 whistleblowers. All vanished. All had reported on the same symbol. All cases closed by Cross. Suddenly, Tyler's phone buzzed. A notification popped up. Your cloud storage has been disabled due to policy violations. His backup evidence? Gone. Tyler and Briggs were running out of options. Every move they made was shadowed, every safe place compromised. Tyler's hotel had been broken into, nothing stolen. But the message was clear. We know where you are. Briggs turned to her last resort, a journalist friend, Maya Delgado, who once worked with Sandra Lane. When Maya saw the reflection photo, the footage, and the coil symbol, she froze. Sandra sent me something a day before she died, Maya whispered. I never opened it. I was too scared. The flash drive Sandra mailed her contained encrypted files, maps, wire transfers, and a voice memo. It detailed offshore accounts, tied to the city's biggest construction firms, all connected to the coil. The memo ended with Sandra's voice trembling. If you're hearing this, I'm likely gone. Alan Cross is at the center. They've killed before. They'll kill again. Before they could process more, Maya's phone rang. A distorted voice said, "Three's a crowd. You're out of time." Just then, the power in Maya's apartment cut. Briggs drew her weapon. Tyler looked out the window and spotted a black SUV, parked across the street. Its engine was running, and the driver was wearing gloves. The lights flickered once, then silence. No footsteps, no voices, but the SUV was still there, idling. Briggs, Tyler, and Maya slipped out through the building's back stairwell, disappearing into the alleyways of downtown Chicago. They knew they had hours, maybe less. Before the coil tracked them again, Maya contacted a trusted hacker friend, codenamed Wisp, who agreed to decrypt the rest of Sandra's files. Within the hour, Wisp called back, his voice tight. These documents aren't just incriminating, they're explosive. If you release them, half the city's elite are going down. Wisp agreed to leak the files through whistleblower channels, but he warned them, they'll come for me too. I hope you're ready to burn it all down. Meanwhile, back at police HQ, Briggs' badge was revoked. Cross claimed she had gone rogue, manipulated evidence, and endangered public trust. An arrest warrant was issued, under her name. With nowhere else to turn, Briggs sent a final message to her former captain. If something happens to me, follow the money trail. The coil ends with Cross. But the next morning, Tyler awoke in the hideout alone. Briggs was gone. No note. No call. Just a bloodstain near the door. Tyler was paralyzed with fear. Briggs was gone, and the blood by the door made it clear she didn't leave willingly. Maya checked city morgue reports and hospitals, but nothing. It was like Briggs had vanished, but Wisp had finished the leak. That night, a storm raged through Chicago as every major news outlet, whistleblower site, and international journalist received a timed file dump. Sandra's files, the coil documents, the video of Cross, and the enhanced image from Tyler's selfie. Tyler and Maya watched the chaos unfold on live news. One anchor muttered, "If true, this may be the biggest political conspiracy in decades." Protests began outside City Hall within hours. Cross issued a statement denying everything, claiming the footage was deepfake propaganda, but the public wasn't buying it. FBI officials stepped in, and several coil members were placed under investigation. Still, no word on Briggs then. Tyler's email pinged a new message, sent from Briggs' burner phone. Subject, one last shot. Body, he's fleeing. Pier 47, bring the footage. Tyler looked at Maya. It's not over. The photo that started it all might now be the key to ending it. But this time, someone had to face the killer. Pier 47 was nearly deserted, shrouded in thick fog and the echoes of crashing waves. Tyler and Maya approached the docks cautiously. The original photo and Sandra's footage saved on a flash drive hidden in Tyler's jacket. Suddenly, a figure emerged near a black yacht. Alan Cross. He was alone. Security, no allies. Just a gun in his hand and rage on his face. You ruined everything, he hissed. This city was ours. Tyler stepped forward. You were caught the moment I clicked that shutter. Cross laughed bitterly. That blurry reflection? That wasn't supposed to exist. You shouldn't exist. Before he could raise the gun, a shot rang out. He dropped Dot from the shadows. Detective Briggs stepped forward, bruised, limping, but alive. You always underestimated the camera, and me. The FBI, tipped off by Maya, swarmed in minutes later. Cross was arrested, still bleeding, still shouting about loyalty and silence. The photo that had started as a casual selfie now hung in a Chicago gallery, titled, "The Shot That Reflected Truth." Sandra Lane was honored posthumously for her bravery, and Tyler. He stopped taking selfies, but he never stopped looking over his shoulder. Some reflections never fade.